Alright, welcome back to another current events live stream here on the Future Tech Ideas YouTube channel. Here with me tonight is Jason Goyette and Mark Hyder, and I'm Cole Kruper. We're going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, Legless Lizard, and Steve Jobs' Time Capsule, and a whole bunch more. As well, we're going to have our usual photography segment, a little expanded this week, like I mentioned last week, and the week before that. So let's just jump right into it here. Of course, you can follow Future Tech Ideas on Twitter at Future Tech Ideas, and you can follow Jason at Jason Goyette and Mark Hyder. Well, I don't know what he is on Twitter, so what are you on Twitter?
Hyder Potter. Hyder Potter.
Okay, yeah. So you go follow that guy.
Hyder Potter. All the links will be in the description below, guys.
Yeah, of course. That's what we do every week.
Like always.
So, of course, the first topic Jason is going to introduce for us.
Alrighty, the first topic is Japan shuts down last nuclear reactor for now. Tokyo, Japan's only operating nuclear reactor, has been shut down for maintenance, leaving the country with no nuclear power supply for the second time in 40 years. Kensai Electric Power Company confirmed reactor number 4 was shuttered at midnight on Sunday at its Oi plant in Fukai Prefecture in western Japan. All 50 of the country's reactors are now offline. The government has said when or if any of them will come back on. They haven't said. The idling, or whatever, is not unprecedented. Fukushima, the long road home after 2011 disaster. So basically, they're shut. All their nuclear reactor plants are all shut down in Japan. So what are they running off of? Like, are they running how are they running off of electricity then? Is it like?
I'm sure you
Could be like coal-fired plants or something.
Or maybe alternative?
Yeah, but hydropower, because they're right near the ocean.
Yeah, but hydropower works with waterfalls. They don't have. I don't know if they have an abundance of waterfalls there.
That would be perfect out here, actually. Hydropower, because we got a dam.
Yeah,
right
they
out
do it in Ontario up here, because they got Niagara Falls. And
there you go.
sure
Yeah.
Whatever part of the U.S. is, or whatever
Yeah,
state
but
Niagara
surely you
Falls
can
is
put
in.
wind farms in.
You could, like both of those aren't really that cheap, but that is an alternative you can do pretty well anywhere, as long as you have a flat space. We have them.
It'd be cheaper than nuclear power.
It is, yeah. Like we have them in southern Alberta here, but I think the cheapest thing for them right now might be coal.
Coal?
Yeah.
But how long will that last, though?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
It'll last long enough.
I can't get the links open from CNN.
Can't get the links open?
We've been using it for how many years in North America? It hasn't run out just yet.
Yeah, is that a good thing, though, that we've been using it that long?
Well, obviously we're reliant on it. Is it helping our environment? Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, probably not. Like,
but is nuclear helping our environment too? Like, let's just have mutant plants and animals. That's obviously helping the environment.
Okay.
The Montauk monster.
Like, nuclear power is wonderful when it isn't, blowing up and all over the place. Like, sure, then you have to dispose of the stuff, and it isn't safe for like thousands of years.
Yeah.
So,
it sits there
it has its long-term problems. Who's to say that humans are going to look after this stuff for the next, few thousand years?
Exactly.
In 1,000 years, no one's, chances are nobody's really going to care about this. Everyone's going to forget about it.
Yeah.
They're going to bury it, and then, a few thousand years later, oh, what's going on? We got some, weird plants going and growing here, I wonder what happened. Gee, I wonder, oh, there's neurons a few 1,000 years ago, that's what happened.
Is it going to be safe, though? Is it going to be safe even when it's closed?
No, because the radioactivity is still around.
Yeah, it's not something that just goes away.
Yeah, I'm wondering about, like, trespassers or something.
Trespassers could break in it. People on the black market, they could sell that radioactive material.
Oh, it's not useless after it's done. It's useless after they pull it onto the nuclear factory. There's nothing they can really do with it.
Because the security has to be very tight just to keep it closed.
Yeah. No, as far as I know, there's nothing you can really do with that stuff once they're done.
What, like the radioactive rods and stuff?
Like once it's used up, it's pretty well useless.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's why they're not using it in nuclear facilities, right?
So, what is your opinion on nuclear power? Like, do you think we should shut down all reactors here in the United States, or in Canada, or in England?
No, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, but when you talk about Japan, it's quite a small island.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Like here, I'll give you like here. Like, this surprised me. I learned about Japan a few years ago in school, right? And
Yep.
I don't know if either of you really know how the size of the Alberta, the province I'm in, but
I know it's pretty big. I know Alberta.
this entire province is bigger than Japan.
Wow.
That it won't work in the United States because there's a large area to think about.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And,
nuclear
but there's
has
also
so
a lot
many
more land.
pros to it, and so many cons to it at the same time, right?
Yeah.
But we got a higher safety. You got the higher safety record compared to Japan now.
Yeah.
So far, yeah. Like if it's inland, you don't have to worry about hurricanes,
earthquakes,
and
and
hitting it.
hurricanes.
But if it's inland, you got earthquakes in a lot of regions, and if you don't have that, you got tornadoes.
And
Yeah,
tsunamis.
you got a good point there, Cole.
Yeah, like there's always some sort of weather-related thing, unless you can make these things fortified.
And
And how much money are we spending on that?
And also they got typhoons and all that. Tropical
Mhm.
weather.
Well, typhoon
So they're very
is similar to a
susceptible to
hurricane.
the ocean.
And tsunamis, you got to think about them too. I didn't think about them.
Yeah, they're very susceptible to whatever happens on that ocean.
Exactly. So,
And
Hurricanes.
what other? My question is, what other alternative energy would you guys be able to implement? Like, what would you think would be the next alternative energy countries would implement?
yours what they're testing
Best
out
choice.
in
The best choice.
Ontario. As far as I know, they're putting like those windmills or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're putting them in the Great Lakes.
Oh, that's a good place too. Yeah, the Great Lakes, all
And,
wide
it's
open.
water. It's flat. It's big.
Yeah.
It's open. There you go.
All
power.
that air is just spinning.
Think about it. So in Japan, surrounded by nothing but ocean.
Mm-hmm.
There's wind.
There's wind.
Think
Oh
about it.
yeah, there's wind. There's waves.
They would have wind power to do it. Now, obviously, it's a hell of a lot of money to do it, but I don't think Japan is broke.
That.
At least their
what I'm
economy
talking
isn't.
about.
That's for sure.
The United States. The United States has a lot of land that we can put these windmills on, these solar farms, but we're not really doing that. We're leaving the deserts wide open and just say deserts. Why can't we put wind farms or?
Well,
or
in the
sun
desert,
farms
you have
on there?
another problem. Like, sure, you might have wind, but you also have heat. You have to make this stuff work in the heat.
Yeah.
So I don't think
So if
solar
it
power.
overheats, it's fire. It's not going to work
don't
anymore.
I don't think solar power will work in Japan because of the smog and all that.
From
just
the
put it high up
volcanoes
then.
and stuff, or
Put it in the ocean.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, just put all this stuff in the ocean, and then just have no ships go through there.
They haven't got their own they haven't got a dam then in Japan.
They don't have a dam?
I'm not sure. If they've got a dam, they can make their own power.
Hey, they don't need a dam to put a windmill in the ocean.
No. Hydro. He's probably thinking about the
Yeah.
hydro.
Yeah, with hydro and all that, yeah, you need a waterfall or a dam
Yeah,
or something.
you
right?
need some type of flowing current.
Yeah, you need something that's flowing so you can turn the turbines or whatever, so you
Yeah,
can generate electricity. So I don't know if they have that stuff or not, but everywhere has wind. Now, obviously, and the ocean's nice and flat. There's not like there's these big, huge curves in the ocean unless there's waves.
So you think windmills and hydro electric power is the best bet for alternative energy?
I don't know if hydro would work there, but
They got.
I think windmills.
Yeah, they got a
similar.
dam. They got a dam in Japan.
Probably.
Yeah.
Do they have enough though? Sure, it might supply
Enough
one
there.
part of Japan.
Yeah.
Now, sure, Japan might be a small place, but they have a hell of a lot of people there.
In one small area.
In one small
Yeah.
area.
So it's a lot of electricity all over the place. And they got all this technology and all that. Like, come on. They need more power.
Why do a lot of Japanese people wear those masks and stuff? Is that because of the nuclear power plant, or is that because of the coal and all that?
Well,
And
the reason they got the masks, I think, that came about, as far as I know, after that nuclear stuff.
Oh.
Concerned about breathing in the nuclear stuff, which is understandable,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I think it's originated from swine flu.
It might have,
One
because
that too.
we actually in North America, there was right after the First World War, we all walked around wearing masks. It was, which flu was that? There was a big flu right after the First World War.
N1H1? Oh no.
No, like
Mustard
right after
gas.
the First World War.
Mustard gas.
No,
No.
it was a flu. I don't know. We all walked around wearing masks. I don't remember what flu it was, but it was a huge epidemic.
Not smallpox. That's way back.
No. I don't know, but here,
I can't remember what it was.
Flu after
After.
World War I. 1918 flu pandemic. Blah blah blah.
Spanish. No.
The Spanish flu. You're right.
Yeah. I think
And that was huge, and it killed lots of people. And you'd see lots of people, you know, in
You mean
North America walking around with masks on.
It was basically the plague then.
Not quite the plague, something different.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah, the plague you find more so in dead things and you know, feces and all that, as far as sewage. That's how that's why they had such a large problem with it in Europe. We have it in North America too.
The Black Plague.
Yeah, we have it in you know, certain animals, stuff like
It's
that.
it's still around.
Regions.
I mean, the Black Plague is still around. You can still get it.
Yeah, I think. I think they can do something for it if they get it early, don't they? Can't they? Yeah, we got the medication for it now, don't we?
Yeah.
I got a message from Anthony.
Yeah.
About what you're talking about. You talk about Mars. That's one. Huh?
Hang on 1 second.
This is what it said.
Okay, so one of our viewers and good friends, Anthony, he says, say it is because some are shy and want to hide their faces. That's why they wear the masks. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, and also they wear them in hospitals anyway. It's not like... I think it's a national...
I think it's mainly because the diseases that they can catch. Because everyone's it's very crowded. It's a crowded.
Is it culture? Because
it's a culture.
It always seems to happen in Japan. You get masks.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't think it's a culture that's why people wear masks over there. I think it's because they're more worried about their health than we are, frankly.
Well, yeah, and think about it. In most places, depends where you are in North America, right? You're not that packed together.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see New York City people wearing masks all the time.
Well, maybe because, you know, less of us in North, you know, maybe not as many of us in this part of the world really care.
Exactly. That's what my point was leading to was.
Yeah.
We probably care about their health and their risk.
I don't know. You know, there's probably a lot of reasons to it. You know, like
I don't
know if they do it in Hong Kong, but they'd have a wonderful reason to do it there. All the smog and stuff like that.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. They wear a lot of masks too, and there's a lot of elderly there too. So. Yeah,
and what do they always tell you? And when there's bad air quality, the elderly and the young children stay inside.
Yeah, and so when they gotta get out, they gotta wear masks and stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys are on the fence with nuclear power?
Yeah, I kind of am, because, you know, it's wonderful, and actually, when it isn't blowing up and all over the place, it's wonderful. It's for the environment, too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Over time.
Yeah. We're not burning coal to do it, so why not?
Yeah, that's true. Next topic. Dun, 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 dun. The next topic is, and this kind of leads into the nuclear talk that we're talking about. New legless lizard found in Cali. What do we think of undiscovered animals? So here's the topic. Here's the description. No. Let me read it. Let me read it for the viewers first. That's right. They live at the end of a runway at one of the nation's busiest airports, and only now has anyone cared to identify them and even give them a name. They are yellow-bellied legless lizards, and their species name is a Stebanisi, after 98-year-old herpetologist Robert C. Stebbins. Their home is in the dunes west of Los Angeles International Airport. So if you want to go see legless lizards, go to the dunes west of LAX. So what do you guys think of that?
Legless lizards, eh?
Yeah, legless lizards, and they haven't been named, or nobody cared to identify them for some time. Like they just let them go. Who cares? We don't care.
Yeah, there's new animals covered every day.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's true. But
it could be evolution. It could be anything.
Not only that, but they name them. Like they just like, you know, go ahead and name them. Now it's like, oh yeah, we got an unidentified lizard. Let's not name it. Let's not care. And then all of a sudden, a couple years later, they go ahead and decide to name it.
But they don't really name, like, if you found a new planet, they don't really name it properly.
No, yeah. Well, sometimes they name it after the person that found it, or they name it after the observatory.
But sometimes you've got you've got like it's basically like a barcode number associated with that planet. It's not really. It could be like E25. That could be anything.
Yeah, E105. I've seen that before. What's your opinion on that, Cole?
On which? Sorry, I was just looking at something.
Yeah, I was looking at you, wondering what you're doing. What do you think about the new legless lizard found in Cali?
You
Would
know,
you want to see it?
I'd want to see it, but I'd be a little freaked out because I don't think that's evolution. Because
No. It's just,
unless it's evolving into a fish or something, that's not evolution.
I think it's actually been around for a while.
Now,
what is a snake?
are we sure that these things weren't born with legs and somehow they were
No, they said there's quite a few of them. It's a CNN article, I believe.
That's just strange.
Yellow-bellied legless lizards, and they're
That'd be
finally
freaky, really.
after a good while.
And they know for certain that they were born this way. It wasn't something happened afterwards.
How do you pick a name for these lizards? How do you?
They named it after the yellow-bellied legless lizard.
But Jason, were they born this way?
I believe so. Let me read up on it. Stebbins' namesake, which looks like snakes, were discovered and identified by Theodore Peppenfuss, a herpetologist herpetologist or whatever with the Museums of Vertebrate Zoology at the University of California, Berkeley, and James Parham of California State University, Fullerton. The pair also reported finding 3 other new species of legless lizards, all from California, in research published this week in the journal Brevoria from the Museum of Comparative Zoology at Harvard University. Giant lizard named for Jim Morrison tells tale of climate change. So they're actually thinking the reason why this is being these legless lizards are being found is because of climate change. The legless lizards are starting to come out, and like all these new species of insects and reptiles are starting to come out because of the climate change.
Yeah, but if you look in your back garden, you're always going to find new creatures that hasn't been named.
No, most of them are named. Most of them in your back garden are named.
Yeah, but there's loads of undiscovered creatures, or mini creatures, in the soil.
Where do you live? Do you live in the jungle?
No, I mean like normal backyard. If you lift up.
If you lift up a rock or something, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you're gonna get loads of insects.
We discovered those. Like you lift up a rock and you got these centipedes and millipedes and you got worms and
new species UK.
I think that it is the reason why all these insects and reptiles are being found is because of the climate change and because also of man intruding into the wilderness or going into their territory. That's why they're being found.
New species.
You alright there, Cole?
Yeah, I just put on my glasses, but I do agree with you.
On which part?
On the part of man intruding into the wilderness.
Will you have something to say on that?
I agree with you, actually, because think about it. Most of the places there's humans in every part of the world. Aren't we from Africa or something?
Yeah, no, Mesopotamia, I think.
No, something like that. Either something around there.
Somewhere
but yet you find humans on every continent, even Antarctica.
Yeah, that's true. So what about you, Mark?
It's just it happens all the time.
What, new discoveries?
Yeah, it happens all the time. There's nothing new about it.
Yeah. But do you think it's because of man intruding into the wilderness that we've finally found these legless lizards?
When exactly were they found?
They've been around all along. Like they've been around for a while now. It's just we've now discovered them and are now really talking about them.
You won't know if we are affected until they actually examine them properly. Like get information from their blood sample.
I got a pic. Well, did you look at the article? The link in there. It has a picture of them. The second topic has a link right there. There's a picture of the lizard.
That's like a snake or something.
It looks similar to a snake.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it when I first looked at it.
Snake.
Yeah. But they said, I mean, there's universities, Harvard University, University of California, or whatever it's called. They're all into it and all looking into it. So, obviously, it is a new species of lizard.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if
it does say there's lots undiscovered, undocumented.
Undocumented, yes.
Yeah.
Chewbacca bat. Other bizarre species found. A Chewbacca bat. Wow. New
Yeah,
monkey discovered.
there's lots of things out there that we may not know about. Like everyone says Bigfoot isn't real, but how do we know?
Oh, exactly. Look at all the woods they can hide in.
Yeah.
Look at all the forests and stuff.
And
Yeah,
Yeti.
the only suspicious thing about all the video of it is it's always bad quality, like every time.
There is one good video of it that has been proven that it's not a man in a monkey suit.
Yeah?
And it was taken in California, I believe, in the 70s or 80s.
Huh. But for the most part, like every video that you see is always terrible quality.
It's
I totally agree.
It's the same with black cats in UK. People say they're found.
Black
I seen
cat?
Black Cat a few weeks ago.
Yeah, like a
Panther?
like a.
Yeah,
No,
they're
it's
supposed to be
like-
bad luck or something, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Kinda
but
like
black
one
cat
black crow.
is like a wild cat somewhere in the UK.
Huh. Hey, does when you see one crow, does that mean bad luck or you're dead or something? I thought.
No,
Who?
really? That's
Yeah, I
weird.
always thought like if you see a
Geez, you
black
have to stay
crow.
inside all the time because there's crows everywhere, and they're
No,
usually
just one, like one single crow. Like
really,
one
but
single
crows
crow.
are usually on their own anyways.
Yeah,
I was taught that means like
Why?
bad luck or it means like you're
Oh,
gonna
that's
die.
weird
Or
because
something.
you might be
usually,
thinking.
usually when I see a
thinking
crow, they're usually on their own anyways.
I think you talk about the magpie.
No,
Mag-
no, I'm talking about the crow.
Magpies usually do that too.
I'm
They're
talking
not-
about the crow, a black crow.
They're not always. Yeah, it's the American crow.
Have you guys seen the movie Birds?
No, I've heard about it
No?
though.
It's like a 1970s horror movie kind of.
Yeah.
And it's all these crows freaking attacking people like a swarm of birds is attacking people. It's crazy.
You know what? I think the bad luck stuff on crows is just because they're black. Like they're all their feathers.
Like black
And
cats.
Black cats are bad
related
luck?
like if you watch like horror movies or scary movies and stuff, sometimes there'll be like one single crow most of the time.
But I see that every day.
I'd even say,
Yeah, hey, he's got proof of that too. Look at his pictures on Flickr.
There you go.
and there's another I found on.
Oh, he's got another link. Crows and blackbirds are always pointing out bad events, while cardinals and hummingbirds tend to see the positive events.
Okay, now I can't, back what this guy is saying, but I'm looking at some Yahoo Answers thing, so, he could say anything. But according to the something crows, especially blah, 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 black crows almost signify death or near death, so you are onto something, I think. For every caw uttered when two people are watching, one day will pass before an event, blah, 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 blah.
That's creepy. I don't want to hear no more.
You know what? So is it bad that I take pictures of them?
What about the
Uh-oh.
raven? What
How
about
many
the
have you
raven?
seen so far?
Yeah, there's a crow right there. I better get a picture of.
What about the raven? If they leave the Tower of London, it's bad luck for the monarchy.
It is?
What about magpies? Are those bad luck too?
No, the raven.
The raven.
Yeah. Oh, raven's the same damn thing as a crow.
Yeah, raven.
Yeah.
Raven's
Just a
similar to
bigger
a crow.
crow, that's all.
Yeah. One of the favorite topics I believe everybody wants to talk about.
Yeah, before you mention GTA 5, I want to mention something here. Did you hear about the 3 teenagers that were charged over stabbing a guy over GTA 5
in-
in the UK.
yeah, North London?
No, I did not hear about that.
Oh, yeah, because 3 teenagers aged 14, 15, and 17 were charged with robbery and, it's a grievous bodily harm with intent. So, yeah, they stabbed the guy over the
Over
game.
a freaking game, guys. I played it and it's fun, but I wouldn't stab anybody over it.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Says blah, 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 blah.
Big nerds, must be. Or big
So yeah,
gamers.
it was a 23-year-old that was walking home.
Ah,
He was stabbed and hit with a brick,
jeez.
and they took his phone and a copy of GTA 5.
Wow. What's that? Can you put that article in the chat?
Yeah. So you see why I say that video games might be related to violence?
See the violence? Exactly, yeah. Just to let you guys know, all the links will be in the description below.
Like you telling me that isn't directly related to a video game?
Oh, that's directly. That's like right in there, direct,
Yeah.
center line, arrow right into the bullseye.
Yeah, like it looks like a nice game and all that, but come on, just wait. Wait until they got more in stock.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Mark, of GTA 5? You played it. You have it.
Like it makes you almost kind of scared to walk around with.
Well, I heard
a copy
something.
like that coming
I
from
heard
the
a
store.
news story about black cops That's
Black Ops.
Yeah, the fighting games that's causing violence.
Well, yeah. I play Black Ops 2. I don't know. It wouldn't cause, like, I played it, you don't see me splitting anybody's head open or shooting them or
Yeah,
anything
and
like
you
that.
know, with most people it wouldn't, right? But
Certain people.
But this is just like, you know what? If the store is out of stock, wait. You know they'll probably have more next week.
Yeah.
But come on, they would do this. It makes you kind of weary to just go to your
Desperate.
local store and buy something.
They're
Like
desperate.
it makes you wonder if you should even walk home with something like that.
And what was that, like a $60 game, I believe? Like 60
Yeah,
bucks?
50, 60, I don't know. They're usually about that price, most of them. So, like I said, the 23-year-old, and a bunch of 14-year-old, 15-year-old, and 17-year-old hit him over the head with a brick and stabbed
Holy
him.
crap. So how many were involved? 3?
3, yeah. Like, come on, the brick alone is a
Yeah.
hell of a lot.
One person with a brick, I mean, that's pretty deadly right there.
Yeah.
And they're all
Like
teenagers,
why,
so. They're all teenagers,
I
They do
suppose, but come on, that's just
Yeah.
a video game. I don't know.
Did he get, like, brain damage, or was he okay?
I'm not seeing too much about the victim.
Aftermath?
Yeah, more so the, stabbed and hit with a brick.
Oh, stabbed and hit with a brick. I thought he was just hit with a brick.
No, it was both.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Then they need to go to prison or go to jail. Well, they can't because they're minors, so.
Well, I don't know what Britain's laws are on that, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, life doesn't mean life as well.
Yeah, just like here, life means 25 years.
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Here it does, yeah. In most cases, yeah.
Okay, so.
They got rid of capital punishment and actual life sentences in like the 80s here.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't
One
know
of
that.
our prime ministers,
Move Ellis.
Alrighty.
Anyways, now you might as well introduce your story.
Okay, here's the story.
As I reigned in your parade there,
Yeah, you did.
with this story.
Grand Theft Auto 5 sales top $1 billion in first 3 days. Given the overwhelming hype in Wednesday's news that Grand Theft Auto 5 hit $800 million in its first 24 hours of sale, it's not too surprising to see Rockstar Games' latest title reach another astounding sales threshold. GTA 5 reached $1 billion in retail sales only 3 days after its September 17th release. Holy cow. Okay, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 hit $1 billion in retail sales after 15 days on store shelves last November. So, that's amazing, guys. Now do you see why? Now do you see why they probably beat a guy over the head and stabbed him to get the game? Look
Still
how
is, no.
Yeah, it's
You can't justify it.
No, it's not justifiable, but
Mm.
look how popular the game is.
Maybe it's too popular.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like $1 million. Like, people are like treating that game as like $1 million. Like, they want it, they'll do anything to get it.
Like, obviously right now, whoever's producing the game, like the hardware, like the product itself, DVD or whatever, probably can't keep up with it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the iPhone every year it sells out.
So, like,
you wait, get the damn thing.
This
Like,
game,
keyboard, you wait a few weeks and you get the damn thing. You know?
this game blew away a lot of good games. It blew away Black Ops 2. It blew away Modern Warfare 3. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
That's a popular game.
Well,
Like,
that's any difference.
I played it and it's not that great. Like, it's just a game, Whoop-de-doo. Yay, it's a game.
But
It's fun.
Black Ops and all that is always like military base all the time.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto isn't. That's true.
And Black Ops is always shooting.
Yeah, it's...
That's true.
Yeah, you
So,
go
Mark,
from
what
one
did you
mission
think of the
to
first
the next to the
mission
next
in
and no in between.
Grand Theft Auto?
What'd you say? I kind of talked about it.
I was a bit. He didn't actually say what the mission name was, which I didn't understand.
Oh, no. I forget the name.
He didn't tell you what the mission name did when you started. It was like 10 years later, 10 years ago.
Yeah. Do you like the ability to change characters and stuff? Like, I didn't know you could do that.
I think it's kind of cool. From what I've
Yeah,
heard.
like, I don't think you can do that in the other GTA games.
No, you can't.
Yeah, where you change characters.
Only
cool.
you can, but it's under two different stories.
Oh, okay, yep. So you can, I think you can change your different, like change your storyline or whatever, like have a different storyline than normal.
I didn't know that.
Like there's 3 different guys I believe you could choose from, I think.
You start with the black guy first.
Yeah. And then you go to the
GTA
white guy.
5, yeah.
But you can
I
switch.
thought there was 4 guys.
You can switch. Yeah, you can switch between 2 guys when you unlock them.
And they're all like different storylines, like they all have different paths.
But it all depends. It all depends because you can actually meet the other character for a mission.
On a mission? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yep.
Yeah, I've been watching a gameplay of Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
You can have dogs attack people.
Oh, cool.
That is crazy.
I even saw a dog having sex. He was one of the missions. Yeah.
Wow, and what is that rated, by the way? I'm not sure what that game is rated.
18. It's always 18.
Okay, yeah.
For good reason, obviously. But apparently, these 14, 15, 17-year-olds didn't get that message.
Exactly, yeah. They went ahead and got that game. They want to see what it's all about.
You can actually come with the dog in one of the missions.
They could read and watch all about it when they're in court or in jail.
Mm.
Did they get caught, by the way?
Oh yeah, the cops got him.
Okay, good.
And you see, you're the police doing a good job right there.
Yes, there you go. That's prime example of them doing a good job.
They're
But then
doing
again,
it
the
right.
police over in England, they're a lot better than the United States cops.
Mm-hmm. From what we know about them, yeah.
Well, I just feel like they're a lot better from seeing the stuff on the news and hearing about them.
We get better intelligence as well.
Yeah, you guys are top notch over there, man.
Yeah.
Not to say Canada isn't top notch either.
Hey, we're kind of similar to them. Our government's based off theirs.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Actually, one of our finance minister went over there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So our former finance minister is now over in Britain doing that job.
Well, he needs to come over here and help the United States out because we're crap with financing.
Like UK, we don't do the pit remover.
Oh, you don't do the pit maneuver?
Yeah, because its class is too dangerous on the roads.
Holy cow! That's true because it is dangerous. I've seen videos of that on YouTube.
Because what they do like a stop remover. You get 4 police cars, one in front, one at the side, one at the back. Yeah. And you slowly make the car come to a stop.
I thought the pit maneuver is where here's a car speeding and then there's a cop car coming up and they kind of bump the side.
Yeah, but
I see a problem with what Mark's saying though. Mark, so you see there's 3 police cars?
Yeah, there's 4 police cars.
Oh, 4. Okay, so
you slowly come towards
box
the car.
them in. Are you talking about boxing them in?
Yeah, you box the car in and you keep it into a safe conclusion.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that's not a bad idea, really. And
I would think
it works on quiet roads, I guess. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I think the spinning maneuver that is more dangerous than the boxing the cars in.
Yeah,
because that car can spin out of control and like flip around and go everywhere.
And
when you box the car in, it's just all confined.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that if a baby was on board.
No.
How do you know if there is one though?
Yeah.
Good point. Photography segment. What's it gonna be, Cole?
Oh, we're not there yet, are we?
No, we're not. But I'm just throwing you off a little bit. You're like, oh crap. You're like, oh crap. What am I doing? We're not there yet. Oh god. All right, guys.
Okay, whoa.
All right. Let me introduce the next topic, guys. You ready for the next one?
There we go.
Yeah.
Lost for 30 years. The Steve Jobs time capsule reappears. And in the description below, guys, there will be a picture, a link to the pictures and all that stuff, so you guys can check it out. For 30 years, the exact location of the Aspen time tube, otherwise known as the Steve Jobs time capsule, was lost to history. Buried in Aspen, Colorado, filled and containing hundreds of items, its most important treasure was the Lisa mouse Jobs used during his presentation at the 1983 International Designs Conference in Aspen. Yesterday, the time capsule was finally found, and the process of unearthing it and cataloging it is being documented by the National Geographic Channel show Diggers. So go check them out on National Geographic's channel, the show called Diggers. I used to watch that actually.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit. Yeah.
So what do you guys think of that? Imagine finding that, like you just stumble upon it for some reason.
You know,
what was in it though?
They found a mouse.
Yeah, a mouse, and also a lot of other objects, Apple objects, most likely.
You know,
let me
honestly, if Steve Jobs' name wasn't on it, it wouldn't be important.
No, you're right. You're right about that. Oh, okay, it's hundreds of items. So it wasn't just the mouse; it was hundreds of items.
How did they find it in the first place? Did they use like radar?
Most likely, yeah. They just stumbled upon it. It was lost 30 years ago. And they just
it's history, but it's not the type of history I'd be interested in, you know?
How did you get lost?
Wait, that's more like archaeology, like finding stuff buried that was like, long.
Yeah, but how did you get lost in the first place? Nothing was documented then.
Yeah, let's just bury this thing and throw away all the papers.
No, it had to have been documented. Like, people had known about it. Like,
yeah, so here's the papers and location about it. Let's just throw all these in the garbage.
No, there had to have been papers, like, a trail of it.
Yeah. Like, all those newspaper articles, just throw them in the garbage. Actually, you know what? I guess since Apple wouldn't have really been that big, I guess it wouldn't have been in newspaper articles.
Do you think if it was Microsoft or if it was Bill Gates, do you think it would be as popular as the Steve Jobs time capsule?
What are you gonna put in the Microsoft time capsule? A big copy of MS-DOS and Windows. Yeah. There you go, barrier.
Yay!
And if IBM wants to be part of it, put an IBM computer in there while you're at it. But come on, like honestly, it's a bunch of old computer stuff from what I'm getting from it.
It's hard to find something. History.
Yeah, ideas, but it's not the history I'd be interested in. If I wanted to find a time capsule, like let's say a cornerstone in a building, you find, stuff from that time period, it's some interesting.
From Abraham Lincoln or George Washington.
Yeah, stuff like that's interesting, Like
exactly.
Stuff that you're mentioning, like that affects an entire nation.
Yeah.
I agree. Most people in the world know who those people are. And, sure, we all know who Steve Jobs is, but come on, if I gave you a 30-year-old computer, are you gonna jump up and down for it?
If it was Steve Jobs and he owned it and like touched it and typed on it and used it every day, think about it. There could be like a note or like a document in there of his letter.
And you could technically say that for every Mac produced that year, because it was his idea. Technically, you could say that about every Mac ever produced.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it was a Mac that he used personally.
I guess it kind of comes down to
typed on it and he did documents.
Paparazzi go insane for something that a celebrity's touched.
Yeah, but
why? It's still the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to say.
Mark, you're too loud. Quiet down, Mark. Jesus.
Well, sort of thing. You've got a Mac person, a Mac. Sorry, Mum. But does Bill Gates use a Mac? Does Bill Gates has he used a Mac?
Mark, I need to sleep.
Sorry, Mum.
Oh God, Mark. Oh, you're funny. So what were you saying?
Well, I'm saying, has Steve Jobs got a Microsoft computer as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably used a Microsoft computer.
He's just apologised, please.
Most likely.
So, Jason, think about it. Who in the world do you have someone, some celebrity or someone important that you look up to or something? Anyone like that?
Yes, I do.
Joe Perillo.
Who might that be?
Joe Perillo.
Can they be dead?
Sure, why not?
Einstein.
All right. Okay, that's actually part of interesting history. But let's just find something real generic that he would have had.
Or Plato.
So let's say a pen that he owned and wrote with.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Would you jump up and down for that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah? I guess with him, I don't know, it's just... But it's still a pen, I don't know, maybe I just look at it differently. I see where you're coming from, too.
I totally agree, it's still a pen, but Einstein? I mean, come on, Einstein.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, right? It's the same idea that happens with celebrities, right? Everyone jumps up and down for them, but
I mean, if it was Brad Pitt or somebody like that, I'd be like, yeah, right, who cares? But Einstein, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington,
What?
Plato,
It'd be-
Shakespeare.
Mark,
Sorry.
plug everything.
It would be much better if it was a book of his.
Yeah,
No,
that makes more
yeah.
sense. Yeah. Okay, so Jason, two pencils right here. They're the exact same pencil, the exact same brand. They came in the exact same box. Let's say Einstein used this one. I used this one. Which one has more value to you?
Is this a trick question?
Not really, no, because I don't have an answer to it.
Is it worth
Well,
any money?
I kind of do, but like which one would be more important?
Personally, to me, the Einstein pencil would be worth more to me because that's
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I don't know the
But
right
they're
word
still,
for it.
but they're still the exact same pencil.
Exactly. But it has more meaning to me because Einstein used it.
I guess,
But that's meaning, but it doesn't mean he's going to waste a lot of money for it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know about that. I'd pay a good penny to have.
It's like with somebody that collects coins. See, here's what makes coins worth anything. 2 dimes right here. Now they're not the same year. They're not really the same anything really, but they're both dimes, and they're both new. And there's millions of these things. Not worth anything.
Yeah.
That's why it's not worth anything. It doesn't matter if the queen herself touched this coin, and who knows. They're both still dimes.
Could you say the same thing as with paintings?
Paintings, no, because like unless there's a million of the exact same painting, but those are usually prints. Like the original painting, yeah, no, you probably couldn't say that.
But you won't be able to touch it anyway.
Yeah, it'd be in some glass case in your museum.
Unless if you bought it. Like
Yeah,
at an
but
auction
if it was old, you have to be fragile with it,
Yeah,
You could touch it and it'll fall apart on you.
like the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, and of course,
One of my favorite movies of all time, National Treasure. Oh yeah, I said it.
I never seen that. Never heard of it actually.
Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch
I
it.
should, yeah, I should.
Watch it.
Gotta check that out now.
National Treasure. Watch it on Netflix or wherever you can find it. It's
Yeah,
one
it
of the
sounds
good
interesting all of a
movies.
sudden. That's I'm saying when there's a million of the same thing, like obviously with those early Macs there isn't a million of them, but there's still a fair amount.
Yeah.
Is it really worth more than the other one?
Not
Like all it
hardware
really
wise
has is that
or...
sentimental value,
Yeah, sentimental. That's the word I'm looking for. Sentimental.
But if they go to sell it, who's to say that everybody's gonna have that same,
But if it's a rare,
sentimental value to it?
if it's a rare item, it's worth more money.
Yeah, if it's rare, then yeah, you
yeah,
can sell it for a
normal
few thousand, million, whatever.
And that's why Apple Mouse or Elisa Mouse used by Steve Jobs is rare.
It is, but I don't know.
That's why an Einstein pencil is rare. An Einstein book would be rare from him writing
the
it.
book would be more important than the pencil itself.
Yeah.
Because, sure, there's a million of the same pencil, but he
Exactly,
probably used
but,
more than
I
one
mean,
pencil.
Yeah.
And I don't
But then
think
again, you could also argue that how do you exactly know that Einstein used that pencil?
For sure. I could say that, hey, well, you could probably prove that Einstein didn't use this pencil because this pencil's much newer. But,
yeah.
Exactly.
someone could say that, hey, you know who used this?
No, that someone say there's no proof there.
Yeah.
Unless if they could find fingerprints or like DNA for some reason on it.
Yeah. Do fingerprints really last that long, though?
Who's gonna go through that process of doing that though?
Yeah, it's, spend a lot of money to find out that, hey, we still don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. So how's that photography segment coming along?
Oh, we're moving into that already?
No, I was just asking you, like, if you're working on it or what.
Oh yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Want to do cool app of the week first or what?
It's up to you. Actually, I always want to do the photography stuff first.
Photography.
So before we do the photo of the week, we got an article to take a look at here. A photographer takes an image every day until the day he dies on a Polaroid camera. So he started Jamie Livingston. Hang on, He started taking a picture every day using a Polaroid SX70 camera on March 31st, 1979, and he didn't stop until the day he died. Now, what he was doing is he was documenting a bit of a life story, which was his battle with cancer, and he did unfortunately lose his battle with cancer, but he definitely told an interesting story with these pictures that he started in '79 and continued taking these pictures till the day he died, documenting his struggle with cancer. It definitely tells a story for sure. And between '79 and 2013, that's approximately 12,410 pictures. It's a lot of pictures, right? So it definitely could
Absolutely.
tell quite the story. So what do you think of that, Jason? Like, what's your opinion on that?
That's a dedication right there. Using a film camera or a Polaroid camera for that long time and not switching over to digital, because digital will be a lot more easier than film, right?
It is. It's a hell of a lot cheaper too.
Yeah, a hell of a lot cheaper too. And he stuck along all that way with film using Polaroid.
Actually, this is a wonderful camera. I couldn't tell if it works or not because I haven't gotten film for it because it's just that expensive.
I wonder if it's like, why did he stick with that though? Like, why did he stay with Polaroid or film and not transfer over to digital?
Probably because he started with it and that's all he really. Maybe because that's all he knew. I don't know. But see, this, today to get a cartridge for 8 pictures, you have to pay $24 for
Very
8
expensive.
pictures.
Very expensive. Wow.
Now, of course, the battery's built into in this particular camera, it's built into the film cartridge, but come on, that's a lot of money.
Holy cow! $24 for 8 pictures, you said?
Yeah, that's what it is today. I don't know what it was back in the day, but
is there a lot of film going around still?
I've been doing a fair bit of research, and it turns out there is.
I think I know somebody that does film photos. They have a Flickr account.
I do some film pictures. Like I said, I'm gonna get some more up next week.
Yeah. I'll try to get that Flickr account to you.
I want to get some black and white film, actually.
Black and white.
Yeah, I want to get some black and white film.
Ain't there a filter for that, Cole?
No. And there's this lomography film too. It makes it look like old film.
Legitimate black and white film.
Yeah, and then there's some. Want to see if I can get my hands on some expired film too. No, there's a lot of things you can do with film yet. It sounds nuts to be taking pictures on expired film, doesn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to do. You're the photographer, Cole.
Yeah, throw it in the camera, take pictures. Like obviously, I can't put funky filters on these cameras because that's what they weren't designed for that. But come on, still it's neat.
That actually brings me to a question.
Yeah.
What do you think about the added features in the iOS 7 for the camera?
Whoop-de-doo, really. It's like iOS 7, basically the only thing I got in the 4S was the ability to hold the camera button down and take lots of pictures. Woo.
Is that useful? No?
It can be useful, but we're not really gaining that much, are we?
Well, you haven't got panoramic pictures. Before you can take
panoramic these little filters you can choose from right here.
Yeah, that part's fun. I like that. I haven't used it in quite a while, but that is nice to have. But I've gotten to the point where I prefer just to do it myself in GIMP.
Just do it yourself in GIMP, edit it out, and do it yourself.
Yeah, just do it my way.
Yeah.
but that's me. Like for the average person, yeah, I guess they're not going to want to do that, right?
Yeah, that's true. You got to be a photographer.
Yeah, like sir, I got a picture here, and we can edit it and all that. So look at the filters here. That one. So yeah, there's the monochrome thing, the tonal thing. Like, they are nice. Actually, this one looks really good. This is noir one. It actually looks really good on this picture, and this black and white one. But see, I'm looking at this picture, and it does do something wrong. And if you look at this tree here in this picture, I don't know how well it's going to come out, but it doesn't look right. It looks like it's got a very sharp edge to it, which a tree doesn't have.
Yeah, it does. I can see that.
Yeah. So
that's
not right. And then there's this faded one here. Like, see, the problem is most of these. Like, see here, this is that chrome one, which tries to make it look more saturated. But I think the problem is with a lot of these is they're trying to emulate what film does.
And they're doing a bad job at it?
Well, they're not doing a bad job at it. It's just not the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
An okay job. Yeah, not the same thing.
Like, you tell me that this and this are the same thing.
Hell no.
So, yeah, sure, it looks great. So does Instagram. There's nothing wrong with Instagram. It looks wonderful. But is it the same thing? No.
No.
You more chance to get double exposure still.
Yeah. So there's pluses and minuses to it. Is it nice to have? Yeah, it's nice. And for the average person, obviously those filters are going to be just wonderful.
But there's some people still using old black and white TVs.
Yeah.
And,
hey, I have a thing about black and white TVs now. I kind of like black and white TVs.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it. It just makes. I just like it. I don't know.
But that won't work in the UK now because everything's gone digital.
Yeah, everything's
Yeah,
digital.
it's just like here we don't have any of that old analog stuff anymore.
Yeah, I kind of miss it. To tell you the truth, I kind of miss hooking up my NES to my black and white TV and going through the cables and the coaxials and all that. I kind of miss doing that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people want, at least some people want to get back to the old stuff. Just sure, like with photography, Instagram does a wonderful job of emulating what film can do.
Yeah.
But then there's that question of what does film actually look like? What does film actually? What can I actually do with it? And people want to get their hands on it and try it.
Yeah, they want to experiment.
And sure, I've been trying film, and it's actually quite fun. Until you destroy your old film, but for the most part, it's fun.
Same thing with the black and white TVs. I find it fun to watch a black and white movie or to just do the process of hooking it all up. I just find that fun.
Yeah, like the film camera.
I used to do that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
so.
And the first film camera I got, I'll be quite honest, it's an absolute piece of shit, but it's fun to play with. Like I said,
be honest.
To get the film out of it, you have to go into a nice dark room and rewind it by hand, because the film rewinder in it doesn't work. Actually, you have to tape the film door shut because that doesn't close either.
That sounds like fun, man.
Does the camera work? Yes, it does still take pictures.
Yeah.
So it's fun to play with.
That's a true photographer speaking right there.
And if you really want to get your hands dirty, I actually want to try it. I want to learn how to develop film.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not? And
that'd be interesting to see what you produce.
You can't develop film. You can't develop the digital pictures.
No.
No. You take the picture, it's ready. You don't have to worry about leaving it in the dark. You can't destroy, your SD card by putting it in the light.
Yeah. But unless you actually get just a copy and make it into a photograph.
Yeah, and I can simply do that by getting some nice photo paper at Walmart, putting it in my printer, and pressing print on the computer, and look, done. No darkroom involved.
So you like that process of the darkroom then?
Yeah, it's interesting, and there's a lot more you can do with that old stuff, and vinyl records are coming back.
Oh, they are? Vinyl?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get into that.
So like that's interesting, dude. So you're interested in that?
Yeah, I got interest in records and vinyls and black and white TVs and sound systems, old sound systems. I'm not talking about the MP3 or the iPod hookup sound systems. I'm talking about the old ones where you have like 500 dials on your freaking
The old silver switches.
And the fun thing about film cameras is they're so simple to use. You don't have all those funky, stupid settings that you got on your digital camera.
Yeah, that is true. You just push button.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with that ISO stuff. You don't have to deal with the white balance. Your ISO and white balance is set on the film. You can't change it.
That is one thing. They have become more complicated. The same thing with TVs. Black and white TV or LCD or LED.
Yeah, exactly. When you go out and buy a film, which I can't imagine, except me, knows you've probably done that in a long time. Your film's, white balanced for something. You can't change that. It's its own ISO setting. You can't change that. It's film. It's all that actually. It's film speed on film.
I quickly want to mention something, guys. Speaking of becoming more complicated and stuff like that, I did a unboxing / installation, if you will, video, and I'm about to upload it. It's actually me putting together a vacuum cleaner.
You know what?
A newer vacuum cleaner, and guess what?
I had to do that a few weeks ago.
It almost took me 30 minutes to put the thing together and find out how to do everything.
Yeah, everything's complicated. Actually, a few years ago, I had to put together a dresser, and you know what? Nice dresser, right? Get the instructions, and it's all these wonderful
freaking panels, A and B, and this.
Yeah, it's all these wonderful pictures. Nothing's marked. Like, everything's marked in the instructions. Nothing else is. Like the actual, parts are not. No marks on those at all. You're supposed to figure that out. These terrible drawings for you. You figure this out. No words at all. Just pictures.
Just pictures.
Just numbers. 1, 2,
you mean
3.
IKEA? IKEA.
IKEA?
You know what? That's where it's from.
Yeah. IKEA's a cool place, though. They got a lot of stuff.
They have some really modern-looking stuff, and it looks wonderful.
But then when you gotta try to put it together.
Then you get it all in the box put together, and it's
What the
frustrating
hell
as
is
hell.
this?
Yeah, but does it look nice at the end? Yeah, sure, it looks wonderful.
Uh-oh.
But with, like I said, like I was saying with film, like, see, you look at the back of this, there's no LCD screen.
Nope. Just a
Yeah.
little viewfinder.
All you have to remember is don't open this until it's all winded up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're like me and have to do it in a dark room, and then because this thing doesn't work properly, and
That's what Cole likes, is going in the dark room and developing the film.
yeah. What I do is I put a key to the end of the film, and I turn it clockwise.
You just turn it clockwise?
Yeah, no, I think it is clockwise, something like that, and you turn it, and first time I did it, I thought that the roll was just never ending. You just on and on and on and on. Like, when is this raw film gonna end?
What is going on with this?
I had to, feel for it to see, like, am I just, is there still film there? Oh, it's still there. Like, how long could this thing be?
Yeah.
But no, it's fun to play with, and I think that's why it's coming back, is people are curious. They want to know what it's like, and with vinyl, apparently it has better sound quality. With film,
I've heard that too.
Yeah, with film, some people still to this day swear that it has better picture quality.
Better picture quality.
But for the most part, the reason I'm after it now is because of the effect that it can create and the experience of it too.
Well,
you get some specialty films like that lithography stuff I was talking about. You can get some neat effects out of that. Polaroid film, you can get some neat effects out of that. Expired film too.
So, Cole Cooper likes film.
Yeah, sure, they've discontinued a lot of film. Actually, if they wouldn't have discontinued it, I would have tried it by now. You ever heard of Kodachrome?
Kodachrome? No, I think I have.
Yeah.
Kodachrome.
It was very common, and if they still made it, I'd try it.
Kodachrome. Crap.
Yeah.
I can't place it, but it sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was one of the first color films, really.
Kodachrome. Okay, yeah.
It's actually a song.
I
There's
think
actually
I
a
know
song
what you're talking
named
about
after it.
I even have like a Betamax system.
Oh wow. That old stuff. It's just intriguing to a lot of people.
Oh yeah. I find the old TVs, the old record players, vinyl,
Old
for
tape,
sure.
old videotape players.
8-track.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
8-track. It was common in cars at one point in time. Today,
Yeah.
ask most people in the street. Hey, ever heard of an
MP3.
8-track?
Yeah.
What's that?
Or Betamax.
Yeah, sure. I'm not that old, but I've even used I used the old cassette tapes and stuff like that for music, just because ooh, like this radio works for it, doesn't it? And throw that in. It's fun to play with too. And
Yeah, it is. It is.
yeah. Like, sure, it's easy to mess up, and it's you can do a lot of funky stuff too.
I
But
used
it's
to
just-
actually listen to this. I used to
Yeah.
buy cassette tapes and record radio songs. Like I used to buy a cassette tape
Yeah, I did that too.
And
I got a
put
story
it-
to tell you in 1 second.
and like record the radio music that's playing. All right, where'd he go? I'm all alone.
No, you're
Mark
not
Hyder.
really.
Where'd he go?
There he comes.
Did he do
All right.
another ditch? Did he ditch us again?
For a second, what were you saying there with recording radio stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're saying that. I did that too, except here, this radio would do it, right? But I don't know. It seems like every radio does it. The record does it seem? I don't know if you ever had, but the record button never goes down all the way, right?
Yep. You have to
Oh, it
match
seems
it
to be
in
stuck.
there.
Yeah. So, but it records, right? So I thought, we'll solve this problem, and I got the button to go down. Guess how I got the button to go all the way down?
Tape it.
I hammered it.
Crap. That wasn't a good idea, Cooper. You must have broke it then.
But yes, the button never goes all the way down. But it went down after that, and it
Did it
works
stay
just
down
fine.
constantly?
Didn't hurt it,
No?
and it
Wow.
actually records properly now.
You still have it?
I took a hammer to it.
You still have it? Cooper?
Just to the button, and it worked.
Do you still have it?
Oh yeah, nothing wrong
Yeah?
with it at all. Not a thing wrong with it. It's a newer radio. Not a thing wrong with it.
One tip, Cole. Do not do that to your camera.
No. but But I remember that's what I did. And I was gentle too, right? I'm not gonna,
Ting,
but
ting, 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 ting.
yeah, not that gentle, but enough that something held the button in place. And that broke and the button went down, right? And now it works just fine. Not a thing wrong with the radio. It still works. C function works. Cassette phone, it still works. Nothing wrong with it.
Alrighty, guys. So Cole Cooper likes to smash his tape player.
It was a radio, but that's how I fixed that problem, and it worked. And we're gonna take a look at the photo of the week now.
Yes, photo of the week.
I do have it here, don't I? Yeah. So Jason chose one of my photos. I'm actually surprised he chose this one. This wouldn't have been my first choice if I was doing it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised actually.
You are?
Yeah.
I just liked it. I like the. It has different. It's not just one thing. There's other things to look at in there.
Yeah. So here's the photo right here. We'll just make that full screen.
I like the orange. I like the orange on top of his head.
Mm-hmm.
The orange reddish.
Now he's in a dead poplar tree. I think you guys got those down there. And he's just sitting there.
He's just chilling out, sitting.
Yeah.
I like the color of the bird.
I was in the yard with the camera. I was.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell I was doing actually, but I've seen this thing land. I was just taking pictures of the leaves or something. I got this picture.
We got that. You're focusing on the bird, and the photo's up close to the camera, unfocused.
Yeah, and you can see there's leaves there too.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually quite a ways away. I was zoomed all the way out, right?
I like that photo. That's why I chose it. Is because I like the bird. I like how he's just up there, kind of, looking around, scoping out everything.
I think the reason it looks good in this case is you can see the tree.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, he's not really looking at me. But no, I do. I personally like it, but of course, that's a biased opinion from me.
Which photo would you have chosen?
I don't know. I think I would have went with one of my black and white ones, eh?
Oh, one of your black and white ones? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, one of my monochrome ones.
Ah. Yeah, I like this one. This one's neat.
So, Mark, what do you think of this?
It'd be much better if it was a bit closer up, actually.
I thought of that, and I decided not to bother for one reason. One, I didn't need to get all grainy, and I think the tree helped it a little bit.
Yeah, it brings more character to the bird, I think.
Yeah, because you can see that it's in a dead tree, yet you can see there's life all around it too at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
How do you know it's dead? How do you know it's dead by just?
Well, that tree's been dead for years.
And it's still standing.
Yeah, no, it's been dead for years. It's actually on city property, and
it'd be crazy if that bird went to take off, and then the tree falls.
Mm-hmm. No, that tree's been dead for quite a few years. The city cut down a few of them, but there's still a few dead trees back there. They're just there.
Yep. Nice photo, Cole. Nice photo.
So I do know for a fact it's dead.
Love that photo. Good one.
Mm-hmm. So that is the photo of the week. And now we are off to, I don't know what we're off to. Off to the app of the week or the deal of the week, something like that.
I don't know.
Along them lines.
Look at me.
So anyways, the app of the week. I'm gonna do this one now. Jason is gonna like this. The app of the week is.
Oh, you crapper!
Subway Surfer.
You crapper!
You can get that, of course. You can get that on the App Store for the iPhone and, of course, the iPad. I'm sure you can get it for the iPod Touch. It is free, available on the App Store, and I believe it's also available on Android. Correct, Jason?
Yes, that's correct, Cole.
That is correct. So Subway Surfer, basically, it's kind of along the lines of what's that jungle game, the Temple Run, and it's very similar to Temple Run, except you're going through a subway, really. And there's this guy chasing you and all that, and you have to jump over trains, and you have to jump over other stuff, and you have to avoid stuff like that. It's fun to play, really. And Jason looks like he's going to give you a little bit of a playthrough, but you jump over trains, jump over different obstacles. There's coins you collect and all that, and you can earn points. The highest I got was 6,000. I like the game. Of course, it's free, like I said, on the App Store. It's also available on Android, of course, like Jason is showing you. So, of course, you can see him running along the track. He's got a guy chasing him. He's about to jump under that. He's going to go over there, jump over that. Of course, he wasn't able to jump over that, but it is fun to play. You can save yourself if you do have the coins as well. So, of course, now we are off to the deal of the week, which I don't know.
Ha ha ha! Alright, guys, the deal of the week is Amazon Basics silicone case for iPhone 5S. Comes in a variety of different colors. You can get two-tone. Combines a polycarbonate hard shell with a shock-absorbing silicone core for optimal protection. Perfect fit for iPhone 5s, allowing easy access to all ports and controls. Ships and certified frustration-free packaging. The price is at $9.99 with Prime. So that's the deal of the week for Future Tech Ideas.
And before we end this thing off, can you send me the link to the comments so we can make sure there's, we've addressed any comments?
Send the link to the comments. All right, let me try to get it.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. So we're gonna make sure we haven't missed anybody's comments because I'm hoping they'll come on load now. Okay, so we're gonna look at this on the iPad because it doesn't want to load.
Let me see if I can look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to myself. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I
Positive?
just
It says it's got
Here.
no comments.
No comments.
I
comments.
don't worry about what I just sent you on Facebook. I just sent you the link so I can look at
What
it. See. Come on. Ooh.
That was very strange.
What happened?
The video started playing, and I thought I was in the Hangout, and I was like watching the video instead of watching the Hangout video.
Oh wow. Yeah, I got some technical difficulties going on here, but we gotta check the comments here. It
There's
looks
no
like Jason-
comments, Cole.
There isn't?
Nope.
Too bad. Alright.
Too
So
bad.
anyways, that's it for this stream. Of course, like that is it, right?
I think
Alright,
so.
so you can follow us on Twitter at Future Tech Ideas. You can follow me on Twitter at CK270. And you can follow my photography stuff on Flickr at flickr.com/photos/CK263.
Don't forget to mention the guests.
Oh, yeah, we
Join.
got Mark Hyder here as well. And Jason Goyette, of course. You can follow Mark Hyder at Hyder Potter, is that it?
Yes, it is.
And Jason,
Hyder Potter.
and Jason Goyette as well. And I am going to get my own. I do want to work on a photography website for myself as well one of these days.
Good,
I got something in the works. Something a little more personal to work on. But that is it for today's stream. We'll be back here next Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Pacific. Of course, Jason will be here with me, and I don't know who our guest is going to be next week. And we're going to have some more photography stuff for you next week as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I almost left again.
Well, what's happened, Cole? Why can't you exit? Go ahead, Cole. Exit. Please.
I don't know. In
Best
Ontario. As far as I know, they're putting like those windmills or whatever.
Oh, okay, yep.
They're putting them in the Great Lakes.
Oh, that's a good place too. Yeah, the Great Lakes, all wide
No,
open.
it's water. It's flat. It's big.
Yeah.
It's open. There you go.
All
Power.
that air is just spinning.
Think about it. So in Japan, surrounded by nothing but ocean. There's wind.
There's wind.
Think about
Oh
it.
yeah, there's wind. There's waves.
They would have wind power to do it now. Obviously, it's a hell of a lot of money to do it, but I don't think Japan is broke. At least their economy isn't. That's for sure.
The United States. The United States has a lot of land that we can put these windmills on. These solar farms. But we're not really doing that. We're leaving the deserts wide open and just say deserts. Why can't we put wind farms or?
Well,
or
in the
sun
desert,
farms
you have
on it?
another problem. Like, sure, you might have wind, but you also have heat. You have to make this stuff work in the heat.
Yeah.
So I don't think
So if
solar
it
power.
overheats, it's fire. It's not going to work
don't think-
anymore.
I don't think solar power will work in Japan because of the smog and all that.
From
just
the
put it high up
volcanoes
then.
and stuff, or
Put it in the
Yeah.
ocean.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, just put all this stuff in the ocean, and then just have no ships go through there.
They haven't got a dam then in Japan.
They don't have a dam?
I'm not sure. If they've got a dam, they can make their own power.
Hey, they don't need a dam to put a windmill in the ocean.
No. Hydro. He's probably thinking about the
Yeah.
hydro.
Yeah, with hydro and all that, you need a waterfall or a dam
Yeah,
or something.
you
right?
need some type of flowing current.
Yeah, you need something that's flowing so you can turn the turbines or whatever. So,
Or in England?
it's a wonderful thing
Yeah, but
to have.
when you're talking about Japan, it's quite a small island.
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty small.
like here. I'll give you here. Like, this surprised me. I learned about Japan a few years ago in school, right? And
Yep.
I don't know if either of you really know how the size of the Alberta, the province I'm in, but
I know it's pretty big. I know Alberta.
this entire province is bigger than Japan.
Wow.
That it won't work in the United States because there's a large area to think about.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But
Nuclear
there's
has
also
so
a lot
many
more land.
powers to it, and so many cons to it at the same time, right?
Yeah.
But we got a higher safety. You got the higher safety record compared to Japan now.
Yeah.
So far, yeah. Like if it's inland, you don't have to worry about hurricanes,
earthquakes
and tsunamis
and
hitting it.
hurricanes.
But if
and
it's
stuff.
inland, you got earthquakes in a lot of regions, and if you don't have that, you got tornadoes.
And
Yeah,
tsunamis.
you got a good point there, Cole.
Yeah, like there's always some sort of weather-related thing, unless you can make these things fortified.
And
And how much money are we spending on that?
And also they've got typhoons and all that. And tropical weather.
Well, typhoon.
So they're very
is similar to a
susceptible to
hurricane.
the ocean.
And tsunamis, you gotta think about them too. I didn't think about them.
Yeah, and they're very susceptible to whatever happens on that ocean.
Exactly. So,
And
Hurricanes.
my question is, what other alternative energy would you guys be able to implement? Mike, what would you think would be the next alternative energy countries would implement?
yours with their testing out. Alright, welcome back to another current events live stream here on the Future Tech Ideas YouTube channel. Here with me tonight is Jason Goyette and Mark Hyder, and I'm Cole Kruper. We're going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, Legless Lizard, and Steve Jobs' Time Capsule, and a whole bunch more. As well, we're going to have our usual photography segment, a little expanded this week, like I mentioned last week, and the week before that. So let's just jump right into it here. Of course, you can follow Future Tech Ideas on Twitter at Future Tech Ideas, and you can follow Jason at Jason Goyette, and Mark Hyder. Well, I don't know what he is on Twitter, so what are you on Twitter?
Hyder Potter.
Okay, yeah. So you go follow that guy.
Spider Potter. All the links will be in the description below, guys.
Yeah, of course. That's what we do every week.
Like always.
So, of course, the first topic Jason is going to introduce for us.
Alrighty, the first topic is Japan shuts down last nuclear reactor for now. Tokyo, Japan's only operating nuclear reactor, has been shut down for maintenance, leaving the country with no nuclear power supply for the second time in 40 years. Kensai Electric Power Company confirmed reactor number 4 was shuttered at midnight on Sunday at its Oi plant in Fukai Prefecture in western Japan. All 50 of the country's reactors are now offline. The government has said when or if any of them will come back on. They haven't said. The idling or whatever is not unprecedented. Fukushima, the long road home after 2011 disaster. So basically, they're shutting all their nuclear reactor plants are all shut down in Japan. So what are they running off of? Like, are they running how are they running off of electricity then? Is it like?
I'm sure you can.
Could be like coal-fired plants or something.
Or maybe alternative?
Yeah, but hydropower because they're right near the ocean.
Yeah, but hydropower works with waterfalls. They don't have. I don't know if they have an abundance of waterfalls there.
That would be perfect out here, actually. Hydropower. Because we got a dam right out.
Yeah, they do it in Ontario up here because they got Niagara Falls, and
there you go.
Sure
yeah.
Whatever part of the U.S. is, whatever
Yeah,
state
but
Niagara
sure they
Falls
could
is
put
in.
wind farms in.
You could, like both of those aren't really that cheap, but that is an alternative you can do pretty well anywhere, as long as you have a flat space. We have them.
It'd be cheaper than nuclear power.
It is, yeah. Like we have them in southern Alberta here, but I think the cheapest thing for them right now might be coal.
Coal?
Yeah.
But how long will that last, though?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
It'll last long enough.
I can't get the links open from CNN.
You can't get the links open?
We've been using it for how many years in North America? It hasn't run out just yet.
Yeah, is that a good thing, though, that we've been using it that long?
Well, obviously we're reliant on it. Is it helping our environment? Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, probably not. Like,
but is nuclear helping our environment too? Like, let's just have mutant plants and animals. That's obviously helping the environment.
Okay.
The Montauk monster.
Like, nuclear power is wonderful when it isn't, blowing up and all over the place. Like, sure, then you have to dispose of the stuff, and it isn't safe for like thousands of years.
Yeah.
So,
it sits there and
it has its long-term problems. Who's to say that humans are going to look after this stuff for the next, few thousand years?
Exactly.
In 1,000 years, no one's, chances are nobody's really going to care about this. Everyone's going to forget about it.
Yep.
They're going to bury it, and then, a few thousand years later, oh, what's going on? We got some, weird plants going and growing here, I wonder what happened. Gee, I wonder, oh, those neurons a few, thousand years ago, that's what happened.
Is it going to be safe, though? Is it going to be safe even when it's closed?
No, because the radioactivity is still around.
Yeah, it's not something that just goes away.
Yeah, I'm wondering about, like, trespassers or something.
Trespassers could break in it. People on the black market, they could sell that radioactive material.
Oh, it's not useless after it's done. It's useless after they pull it onto the nuclear factory. There's nothing they can really do with it.
Because the security has to be very tight just to keep it closed.
Yeah. No, as far as I know, there's nothing you can really do with that stuff once they're done.
What, like the radioactive rods and stuff?
Like once it's used up, it's pretty well useless.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
why they're not using it in nuclear facilities, right?
So, what is your opinion on nuclear power? Like, do you think we should shut down all reactors here in the United States or in Canada?